gifts and why it's so important to know what your gifts are to find your way to feeling on purpose. So I'm going to express the human condition a little bit differently than Kala has, and we're going to look at it, instead of a triangle, for the sake of this, we're going to look at it as a circle. Okay, so we are human beings, yes? We are not alien beings. We are human beings. We are not purely spiritual beings. We are human beings, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the human part of you, and we're going to call this the being part of you. So name some of the things that hang around in the human experience. Now, Kala mentioned this morning, well, you had different terms for it, but kind of the ego, or the conscious mind. What are some things that hang around in your humanness?
Pain.
Pain, I have pain.
Trauma.
Trauma.
Grief.
Grief.
Sadness.
Grief.
Anger.
Grief.
Grief.
Happiness.
Happiness. So emotions, yeah?
Addictions.
Trauma.
Addictions.
Drama. Drama.
Oh, drama. Lots of drama.
Thought.
Thoughts. What about the stories you make up about yourself? Anybody got a story they made up about themselves? Anybody? Put your hands up. Are you, yeah, I'm too fat, I'm too short, I'm introverted, I'm extroverted, I'm perverted. Okay, so we make up stories. And then we have labels. We have labels, right, that we give ourselves. So I'm a cancer survivor, I'm an engineer, I'm a mother, I'm a brother, I'm a sister, I'm whatever. So we have all these labels and masks. So this is all the things that make up our human condition, okay? Our talents, this is what's really important. The skills that you develop in life, skills that you develop are part of your humanness. Some of the talents that you have, even if they appear to be natural talents, they come easily to you as part of your human experience. Your sacred gifts lie in here as part of your beingness. They are not part of your humanness. That means that you have within you, and every single one of you in this room, and every single person on the planet has within them sacred gifts. Everyone does. Most people, more than 90% of people, go through life without their gifts ever being expressed. Do you want to be one of those?
No.
No. So turn to somebody beside you and say, I want to know what my sacred gifts are. So, because your sacred gifts are separate from your human condition, this means that you can have sacred gifts that are completely in contrast to your human condition, and most people do. How many of you know somebody, or maybe it's you personally, maybe you know this person intimately well, who is incredibly good at doing something for somebody else, and that same area in your life is totally screwed up? Anybody? Anybody can attest to that? Yeah. You know, do you know somebody who's great at giving out really fabulous advice, and you would go to them for support and advice, but they themselves, their own life is all screwed up? And this is because your gifts do not necessarily reflect your human condition. The other reason is because sacred gifts are always, they're what?
Always.
They're what?
Sacred.
Always for the benefit of somebody else. Always. Turn to somebody and say, sacred gifts are always for the benefit of somebody else.
Somebody else.
This is why you can love doing something and be super effective at it for somebody else and hate doing the very same thing for yourself. The gift will actually not appear often unless you are giving it to somebody else. Now, I don't care if you're charging money or not. That has nothing to do with it. There is a false spiritual belief out there that you must give it away in order for it to be a sacred gift, and that's absolutely not true. It makes no difference if you are charging money or not. That's not the issue. The issue is there is a gift within you, you are meeting a need out there in the world, and you are feeling on purpose doing it. So whether or not you make money, whether or not you're volunteering, whether or not you're not volunteering, whether or not you make millions, billions, doesn't make any difference. What you're looking for is something you do that makes you feel on purpose. So say, I want to feel on purpose. You know why you want to feel on purpose? When you are using one of your sacred gifts, you will feel energized. You will feel effective. And because they are supernatural gifts, okay, they go above and beyond natural abilities, because they are supernatural gifts, that means that you can do things extraordinarily well that you can't even explain. And other people will say to you, I can't believe you did that. I could never do that. And you're thinking, oh yeah, you could, it's no big deal. But to other people who do not have that gift you have, it's a big deal. So for many years, especially in the New Age teachings and the spiritual teachings, there's been a lot of talk about finding your gift. I have a quote here, maybe you'll recognize this person. It says, I've come to believe that each of us has a personal calling that's as unique as a fingerprint, and that the best way to succeed is to discover what you love, find a way to offer it to others, and by allowing the energy of the universe to lead you. Any guess who might have said that? Oprah Winfrey. So if you pick up any book, who reads any kind of books that are with spiritual authors? Carolyn Mace, Marianne Williamson, yeah. Every one of them, I guarantee you will find in there, they will talk about your gifts. But nobody's really telling you what these gifts are, which again can lead to frustration. So in knowing and understanding what your gifts are, what usually happens for a lot of people is, first of all, there's no surprises in some of them. Most people that I work with, it's evident over the years that most people have 3 or 4 of these gifts within them. Sometimes 5, maybe 6. That means if there's 24 gifts, then there's 19 or 20 that you do not have. Do you know how freeing it is to become really clear on the gifts that you don't have and to let them go? Can anybody relate to that? Yeah. How many of you have something in your life you would love to do? There's something that you long to do, love to. Who wants to open a bed and breakfast? There's one in every room. Who would love to have a bed and breakfast? Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Looking around then, are you?
What? Okay, put your hand up. Okay, so Joey says, oh, look at that. Tommy says, yes, I would love to have a bed and breakfast. That would like kill me. Now that's a reflection, the desire to want to have a bed and breakfast is very much a reflection of a gift of hospitality. It's very much an expression of a spiritual gift of hospitality. It's a desire to bring people in, to make them feel safe and welcomed and good about the experience they're having. I do not have that gift. It's like an anti-gift for me. There's 3 people in the world who know where I live. I often talk about this at the workshop. You know, when people come to my house, if I hear a car arriving, I'm the kind of person that opens the blinds, closes the blinds, and then I go stand somewhere, and I wait for the sound of the vehicle to go away. Do you know how powerful it was for me to understand that I did not have this gift and to be able to release it, especially raised in a family where others in my family had this gift? And I was married to a man for 23 years who had this gift. So it was like an open house. People are always there, and I did not have this gift. I'm no longer married. I didn't know this at the time.
Now what do you do, just open the door and tell them to get off the lawn?
Yeah. Nobody knows where I live. So it's equally as powerful to find out which gifts you don't have as it is to find out which gifts you do have. And the reason is so that you feel on purpose doing what you're doing, because when you feel on purpose, all of those things Kala's been talking about, all of the things that Raywin talked about, those wonderful feelings, those places you want to be where you're vibrating at a higher level, where you become a magnet for all the other good things that you want in your life, that will happen when you are doing what it is that you love and when you're in alignment with the gift. So let me just put this word down here. Okay, that says charism. What does that say?
Charism.
Charism. So if you were to look up that word in Webster's dictionary, a charism is, the definition is a spiritual endowment or gift believed to be given by God. A spiritual endowment or gift believed to be given by God. So when somebody is charismatic, that means they are in their gift in the moment. The true definition of somebody who is charismatic, you all witnessed it during the Obama, not inauguration, but what do you call that thing? The race up to it.
Campaign.
The run-up. The campaign, and those speeches where there was a short period of time where we saw all of the United States come together, didn't we? Like, I mean, we just saw this whole movement of people for the first time feeling hope, community, a sense of connection, all of that. That was evidence of one of his sacred gifts. And he was so charismatic. And to some people, he still is. So when you're using your gifts, you will, to others, appear charismatic. You know that expression about when somebody's on fire, everybody goes to watch them burn? You know, that's that kind of thing. When people are on purpose, feeling on purpose, they are charismatic. People will want to be around you, whatever it is that you do, whatever your gift is. So there's tremendous power in knowing what your gifts are. There is even more power in knowing what they are not, because when you let those go, you create space for the gifts that you do have to really start showing up big. And you know what? The thing you hate the most doing, oddly enough, it's somebody else's gift. They love it. So Joey might want to have a bed and breakfast, but she doesn't even want to think about having to do the bookkeeping or accounting around having a bed and breakfast.
Well, no, that's not.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. For example.
I am.
All right. So we'll just pretend.
Okay.
Or Joey might not like to do the cooking or do the dishes and make the beds.
You got that.
Right. So she might think, oh, I'd love to do a bed and breakfast, but I can't do that because I don't like to cook and I don't want to be doing the laundry. Whereas instead, if Joey just focuses on the part she wants and then talks about her vision to other people, somebody in here, who are the people in this room who when you go to somebody else's party, you walk in the door and they haven't even taken your coat and the first thing out of your mouth is, what can I do to help you? Who are you guys? Yeah, okay, that's an indication of one of the spiritual gifts. That's a gift of service. Joey wants to know you. So she may be doing the books and she's happy doing that and she's happy greeting people and creating a beautiful environment, but she needs somebody who's in their gift. When you get a group of people working together on any project who are all in their gifts, spectacular, and I mean frigging spectacular things happen. When you have a whole team of people working on purpose, feeling on purpose, using one of their gifts or more than one of their gifts, then they're energized, they're excited. Guess what? They love coming to work, productivity goes up, and people actually like being around you. Because when you're doing something you don't love, as much as you might think you're faking it out there, you are not. You are sucking the life out of the people around you. And you're just fooling yourself thinking you're not. So it is imperative that you feel on purpose living your life. Can you tell I'm excited about this? So my gift is, one of my gifts is teaching. Now, if I was teaching student nurses how to give a good shot, my gift might not necessarily be engaged because it may not be something that really connects with me. Teaching this connects with me. And there's a need for this. So my gift plus a need in the world for people to know their gifts equals my purpose. I am not attached to this purpose. You know what? I didn't friggin' sign up for this. This was not my plan. But when I started being open to it, you know, this showed up. So right now, this is my purpose. And if 3 months from now I'm directed to go do something else, I'll go do something else. I don't care as long as I feel on purpose. Whatever it is that I'm doing. Makes sense?
Yep.